I'm here with Michael Barisone. He rode a very interesting horse. It had a great routine. Michael, tell us about your horse and a little bit about yourself.
The horse belongs to a client of mine, and we've had him since he was 3 years old. And we have great hopes and dreams for him. I was just explaining to some of the committee that runs this thing that, you know, we're here for this cause to raise some money for the breast cancer research and those kind of things. And a great cause. And for my own self-serving reasons, I figured horses that are going to go out in dressage and do great things, like the majors in the world are the World Championships, the Olympic Games, the World Cup final, and you're not going to find an arena very often that you're going to ride in that duplicates the environment of what a World Cup show would be like at the big level, you know, the World Championship level. Right. And this arena actually is just exactly what you face, you know, a situation like a World Cup final.
That's excellent. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Someone mentioned the Olympics.
Yeah, I was on the Olympic team in 2008. You know, it was funny, I was telling somebody a story today. When I was a kid, I was 11 years old and I met this guy that went to the Montreal Olympic Games and won a gold medal for the United States in 3-day eventing. And since that time, my dream was to go to the Olympics. And it took me 32 years. but
you made it.
But I got there to Beijing in 2008, and I hope this horse I brought tonight is going to take me next year to London.
I was just going to ask you, are you pointing towards that?
That's the goal with this horse. Yeah.
How does one ship a horse across the Atlantic?
Airplanes.
Airplanes.
Fine. You would be
planes.
Yeah, you would be surprised if you go out of New York City going to Amsterdam, let's say. It's likely there's horses on the plane.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
When we went to Beijing, the Olympics for the horses were not in Beijing; they were in Hong Kong. It was a separate venue, and that was airplane flights. We went from California. We went to LA to do the final selection. LA to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Hong Kong on airplanes with the horses.
So something like a 747 or a 777.
We've been on airplanes before on 747 freighters with 100 horses. Believe it or not.
Do they allow you to go down and visit the horses?
Actually, the horse is not in the cargo hold. He's right on the floor. Well, they're like us. They need the pressurized cabin.
Right.
And they're right behind where the passengers are in most international flights.
Interesting.
And we send rooms with them and caretakers and like that. But I've flown back and forth many times with the horse.
Here I thought that name I heard back was just the flight attendants.
No. It was. I've opened the door periodically going back to see the horse at night, and some poor person's in his seat looks back, and there's a horse head looking at him. So it's fascinating.
So you've got high hopes for London.
I do. I have a great horse who went to took me to Beijing. But he has some age on him, and I don't think I think it's going to be a year past his prime. And this guy's just rising right up into his potential.
Now you mentioned past his prime. What happens to a horse after his prime?
You know, a horse that's been an Olympic horse in dressage is a little bit like a professor. He knows everything. And the horse that I took to Beijing took me to all kinds of great wins and great stuff. And you know what I let him do now? I let him pay it forward. And his education, I let my protege and a guy who works for me who has the dream of being a freight rider someday, I let him ride the horse and let the horse pay it forward and educate him what it's like. It's like having a great coach on a sports team. Same kind of thing.
Interesting analogy. Well, excellent. It's very interesting. I loved your ride.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good luck in London.
Pleasure to do it.